Hello, Gemini. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So the deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. All right. Some of you may have been in a relationship. This could be current. This could have been in the past. For others of you, you may be in a connection with someone where you know there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. A small portion of you, you may have met somebody. This person may have ghosted you, abandoned you, and they were not very responsible, I'm seeing here. Wow. Overall arching theme, betrayal. Huge. We have here nourishment followed by beliefs, mothering, compassion, wild woman, responsibility, surrender, wisdom, and under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have here betrayal. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Gemini, certain things in my life have changed, and the way that I view this connection, the way that I view you. I've realized now that you have this way of fulfilling me emotionally, spiritually, and physically. But my beliefs are different. There are certain things in this connection where you and I, we don't see eye to eye. We are worlds apart. My differences, the opinions, we are not on the same page. My mindset is different. And the growth that you have experienced in your life is different from mine. You and I were born and brought up in very different ways. My experiences are different from yours. Yes, there are some similarities. But sometimes I don't think the same way as you do. And sometimes I simply just have this disingenuous surrender where I agree for the sake of agreeing. But the point is, deep down, I don't feel the same. I do not wear my heart on my sleeve. It has been very difficult for you to know who I am, what my intentions are, and what they were. In you, I have found someone that has a lot of unconditional love. Someone who is beautiful and kind, loving. There's a sense of nurturing, compassion, care, patience. Unconditional love I sense from you. This love that I feel, it is vast. I feel that in this connection, you and I, we have a special bond. You have always been that person who takes care of the other. And I have always seen you like this, one that has unconditional love And now, because of the things that I have done to you, the things that you have gone through, I have compassion for you. I feel for you. I know that certain things have happened in a certain way. It's difficult for me to be that person that you want me to be. I also feel that in this connection, there is this need and desire for me to learn from my lessons and to not be so secretive moving forward. In this connection, you have discovered how secretive I was. Certain things that I've been hiding from you. Certain things that I don't tell you. There have been times when I have known certain things, pieces of information, but I have not told you the full truth. I hold it in, deep inside, not explaining and not expressing to you what it is that is inside of me. I also feel that in this connection, there's so much that has changed and so much that can change. In this connection, there has been the sense of deceit, deception, suspicion, because of the things that I have said and done. Was I truthful? No, I was not. Did I speak the truth? No, I took out a few sentences. What you don't know won't hurt you, but it was a lie. And moving forward, I want to be that person now who can be more responsible. I want to take on those burdens on my shoulders. I want to be that person who can be there for you, someone who is reliable. I no longer want to be that person who is inconsistent. A part of me now feels that I have surrendered myself to you. That part of me that is sacred, that is vulnerable. I feel as if I belong to you and you belong to me. I have surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you now. Although it is difficult for you to see, because everything that I have done, it has been behind the scenes. It has been something that is hard for you to recognize. How can you know about anything if I keep up these boundaries? I've surrendered my mind, my heart, my body to you. And as time goes by, I have grown wiser. This sense of wisdom that I've gained over time, it is because I have gone through a few things. I have learned a few things. I've learned from my lessons. I've learned from my mistakes. Overall, there is a sense of betrayal in this connection. What I feel is true. I am a liar. There's a lack of trust. There's a lack of faith. Who I am, what I do, why did I do the things that I did? You thought you could predict me, you thought you knew me, and it turns out that you never really knew me at all. I understand that. I also know that in this connection, I am the one who's betrayed you. And it's an overall feeling. It's because I was not truthful to you. And my mindset was quite different from yours. Things have changed, however. And I want to be that person who can be more responsible moving forward. All right, Gemini. Firstly, the candle. That was not an omen, if some of you may think. The battery has been a bit dead. The reason why I don't use real candles, have an issue, small place, lack of oxygen, fall asleep. So that's why I use these candles now. However, I will probably change it in just a moment. And so, yes, I have replaced the candle. Now, this is a real candle, by the way. So, you guys, there is a situation here that is quite disturbing. It is quite upsetting. Somebody here betrayed somebody, and they really weren't open and honest with you. Sometimes you may have said certain things, and your person of interest may have just gone ahead and said yes for the sake of saying yes. Sometimes people just agree because they don't want to argue. Also, when you're in a connection, people are sometimes testing you, especially if it's a new relationship. They're just testing to see how it is that you feel about a certain something, how it is that you act or react, and they stay quiet. They don't tell you how to behave or what to do. Instead, they're just testing you and seeing from the sidelines, is this a person that I want to be with? Now, people do this to us, we do this to other people as well. It's not just one-sided, right? The situation here is that your person of interest, they weren't really testing you, but they were seeing and realizing that there's certain things about you in this connection where they don't resonate on the same frequency as you. You had certain plans. I'm seeing the word commitment, but they were being stubborn. I'm seeing stubborn as well. So there is a sense of wanting to commit in this connection, wanting to be in a long-term committed connection, but there's an issue here where it really does talk about how the both of you, even if you were to be in a connection, there were a heck of a lot of differences. And the differences occur because of our society, our family, caste, creed, religion. This could be your ethnic background, racial background, any sort of difference that exists. Sometimes that becomes a hindrance. The society may say, no, you can't be with a person like that. The family may say, the friends may say. So there's also this issue here where we're dealing with an external sort of force, and it is difficult to release ourselves from that force. Your person of interest, however, wants to change. They have become wiser, and that is very difficult for some of you to see and even notice. How is this person wise? First of all, there's not a lot of communication between the both of you, so you won't really know that they have changed. But I do see here, with the Wisdom card, they are starting to see things from your perspective. This is the only reason why the Wisdom card comes up, especially it came up right in the end, right after all this. Finally, the person learns their lesson. All right. I have here the Lover's Path Tarot. Oh boy, oh boy. Temptation. That's a huge card. All right. Firstly, for those of you who are new, the first set of cards I just read, that is the current state, the current status of this person, their mindset, the way they feel towards you. This particular deck I like to read in the reverse, and I also go a little bit back in time to have a look at what happened in the first place. So things were going great. They may have been okay. You saw that, it's increasing, the commitment, the level, but then all of a sudden, boom, it just kind of crashed. No reason whatsoever. This person did not communicate with you. They really didn't. I'm seeing here some of you have been ghosted. This is also for those of you that got the lack of closure. You had a lack of closure, you want a closure. This person may have ghosted you, they may have abandoned you. They may have just faded over time. The communication between the both of you is quite less, and you wonder, why is it that this person behaved in this way? So please keep in mind, Gemini, these two cards are in the reverse, and I'm also reading them from the past perspective. Certain things that they did not tell you. And temptation is a huge card. Temptation is the devil card. It talks about inner turmoil and obsession. This is what your person was feeling back then. They were tempted by forces that they could not control. Obsession in the form of envy. And they had great sensual desires. The need to be controlling. They got pretty fed up of this because what happened is that they couldn't think straight anymore. They were constantly thinking about the physical, and not really moving forward from that. I'm getting the word responsibility. So it appears that some of you, this is a general love reading, were dealing with somebody that was very much thinking on the physical realm. Like they weren't really thinking much about, and it's funny, I just use the word realm. They were, they were thinking very physically, right? And they were not thinking about the spiritual, about the emotional. Here, they were tempted by forces that were around them and inside of them. They could not control these forces. This is temptation. This is like actual lustful desire, to the point where it might have gotten a little toxic. We also have here obsession in the form of envy. Some of you may have been in a third-party situation. Whoever you are with, whether it is a partner, a spouse, a family member, doesn't matter. Whoever you are with, this person had a lot of envy. Whatever you had, whoever was with you, they wanted to play that part. They wanted to be that person. They felt that they were left out. But this is not your fault. This is just the way this person was feeling and thinking. They're very selfish. They had a lot of sensual desires towards you. And they also wanted to be the person who was in control of the situation and controlling you. Your person of interest may have, they may have been very arrogant. I'm getting a word, but I don't even know what this means. I'm going to have to see. Guys, wait a second. I don't know if this is a word. It might be a word in a different language. I'm sometimes even afraid to say, holy Hannah, there is a word. Whoa, okay. I had no idea. Arament is a word. Haha. Arament. So that's A-R-M-A-M-E-N-T. So it talks about military weapons and equipment. It's armament. Ah, there you go, not armament. Armament. I know what armament is. I was looking at it in a different way in my mind's eye here. Armament. Okay. The process of equipping military forces for war. This is basically equipment, right, of war. Your arms, right? Not physically arms, but the arms that one holds, like weapons and stuff, to protect oneself or defend oneself. So why am I seeing this? It seems that your person of interest here, where I'm seeing the word armament, they did not want to become weak and vulnerable emotionally, which is why they were focusing on the physical intimacy and sexual pleasure. That's what they're focusing on. Because they felt that this is good enough, this is fine, but anything beyond that, porous, penetrable. I'm seeing these words. They did not want you to get through that barrier and into their heart, into their mind. They did not want that. This person only wanted the physical. And that's a problem because I'm getting the word commitment. You want a commitment. You wanted something exclusive. I'm seeing the word exclusive. Yeah. So you wanted something that was a bit more than what they had, that they were giving you. And they were not giving it to you because their focus, their aim, and remember the word beliefs, right? They believed that this connection was something else. They did not give to you what it is that you wanted or what you needed. Also, they were very irresponsible, right? When they betrayed you, they did not turn out as the individual that you thought they were. They turned out to be somebody completely different, really ticked you off. This is because they were very much lustful, and usually this card with the Devil card also talks about negative energies. So they did have, and they probably still have, a lot of negative energy surrounding them and inside. Crosswatcher, if you want, have a look on my website. I can provide to you some packages how to get rid of negative energies from your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. Yes, that exists as well. We have here temptation. It talks about wanting freedom from the temptation, experiencing the envy of others, and wanting to transform the weakness into a strength. So at some point in time, Gemini, your person of interest took a step back. They decided that, you know what, I can't keep this up. I can't keep doing this. I can't be in a relationship with somebody simply for physical pleasure. They realized that this was not right, that this was karmically wrong. Not only that, but they wanted freedom from this temptation. They felt that there was something about you that just is tied to them. It weighs them down. It binds them with you, a soulful connection. I'm saying the word soulful. And it was so strong that it was very difficult for them to let go and to release. This sometimes becomes a problem because when we are in this sort of connection, people can't tell whether it's love or not. People get confused. Your person of interest here didn't want to be weak anymore, and so they wanted freedom from that temptation. And what was the easiest thing for them to do? To take a step back and to just leave you. In a way, it's a blessing in disguise for a few of you because this person no longer was using you. They were essentially using you until they realized that, you know what I'm doing is wrong. I can't do this anymore. I'm too dependent on Gemini. I can't be with Gemini like this. It's not the right way. Here we have, they wanted to experience the envy of others, and they wanted to transform this weakness that they had into a strength. Here we have experiencing the envy of others and transforming a weakness into a strength. This is what they felt, that this entire connection made them weak in the knees, emotionally vulnerable, but also, in a way, sensually addicted to you. And they wanted to take a step back because they know that it actually it fools around with their mind and also with their heart, and they just knew that it's not right. At some point in time, they had to stop. This, for some of you, may have seemed to be like a betrayal, right? They weren't very honest with you. They weren't really open with you. An individual like this will not really talk to you that much either. They will not open up to you. We have here the Five of Cups. This also is a very sad card. In fact, one of the most devastating cards, I would say. Five of Cups. I'm going to read the whole thing. Disappointment, sadness, and pessimism. This person was feeling trapped. They were concentrating on problems instead of seeing the assets and what they had in front of them. They were not seeing the opportunities that were being given to them. Creative blockage or infertility. Wanting to create something, they were blocking that. Any sort of progress forward in terms of fertility, prosperity, growth, building something and having a partner in this relationship, being a partner in this relationship, they were putting a block on that. We also have here our growing awareness that relationships are what you make of them. The ability to appreciate what one has. Wow. Person had a reckoning. Person had an awakening moment. They had this epiphany, a realization that, oh my goodness, what have I done? There was a growing awareness that the relationship, as it turned out, it was because of this person and the way they treated you, the way they behaved, the way they reacted. They were really never able to appreciate what they had. But now, they realize that. They do see that. They see what they did was wrong. Wow. Yeah, this is why this person has a sense of compassion. They know what they put you through, and they also know that they betrayed you. They know what they did wrong. I have here the Beginner's Tarot. For some of you, this is a third-party situation. You've met somebody, there's either 3 people involved or 4 people involved, and there's a lot of secrecy. I'm getting the word treachery. I'm seeing the word treachery. 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords. The 10 of Swords talks about how your person of interest, at some point in time while you were together, or maybe even after, they took a leave of absence. They kind of walked away. They disappeared. Where did they go? They were trying to see if the grass was greener on the other side. Turns out, no, it was not. I'm getting the word, it was asphalt. It was not a comfortable situation for this person. They felt that the universe had betrayed them, that fate and destiny is not on their side, and so they started to crawl back towards you, back towards what they know. But by that time, they were stabbed in the back here by fate and destiny. 10 different swords. And they're down. Now, there's a realization that they have been defeated. A realization that they're a little wiser because they've learned their lesson. And a new day is dawning. Here, there is going to be an offer made to you. I do see that. The Ace of Cups. Your person of interest is going to tell you how they feel about you, most likely. This is a chance to express love. This is a chance for them to even say sorry, a sense of forgiveness. But it is a cup of love, and it is pure, the intention is true, and it is actual love now, right? Whereas before we had a lot of temptation, right? That sensual side, the physical side. Now we don't have that as much. Now we're talking more about the affection, the thing that this person was holding back, the thing that they were trying to push away. I'm seeing the word compromise. They're trying to compromise in order to be in this connection with you. They are putting up certain boundaries, but also breaking down some boundaries. I'm also seeing here the 7 of Swords. Yikes. Your person of interest is going to reach out to you. Gemini. This may be in secret. This may be somebody who is doing something behind the scenes. It is a forbidden love. This is forbidden. This is a relationship that's not supposed to be known or shown or expressed in front of other people. This could be somebody who is at a workplace. They are restricted to date somebody in the workplace or even a rival company. This could be people who are already with somebody, and it would be considered cheating if they were to be with someone else. This could also be someone who wants to be with you, but they themselves are hiding something from you. So, at the end of the day, I don't like this card because it does not talk about truth. It talks about wanting to be with you, but in a sneaky sort of way. And this person's already been very sneaky, right? Wild woman. We also have here the King of Pentacles. Now, granted, this person may seem to be quite well off financially. It does appear that they are going to make an offer, and it will be difficult for you to reconcile and to have, or rather to say no to that offer. They would find it difficult. You would find it difficult to actually say no to them. But they're trying to give you something that's very tangible, very real, and to the point regarding your future with this individual. Now, I just put here the Wild Woman card up, right? Because this does talk to me about that sense of betrayal, but the going behind the scenes and doing something secretly, secretive. This has been a problem right from the start. So currently the person is still like this. Now the problem is, even in the coming days down the road, I see that happening where your person of interest is going to be behaving in that way. They're still going to be in that mindset where they are secretive. Tell me, what is that story, Gemini? Write in the comments below. Let me know what that is. We have here the Three of Cups. Could be, like I said, third party, or the desire and this huge feeling that your person of interest has to actually be in this connection, have a reconciliation, have a reunion, and to reunite. This could be just with you, it could be with a group of friends. But wanting to celebrate, wanting to have that sort of outlet, and being able to express oneself in a loving sort of way. Gemini, I don't doubt, guys, that this person loves you, okay? They do love you. The problem is where they're coming from. That is what the problem is. Because that place where they're coming from is not a very truthful place. It hurts, it's secretive, and it may just affect other people too. So think about it twice, do what you need to do, but I would say be careful if and when this person reaches out to you. Understand what you're getting yourself into, and think about the long-term effects. Think about it logically from a third person's point of view, okay? It's very difficult to do that, I know, but these cards are repeating here, right? So there's definitely something happening where somebody's not being 100% truthful, and it may just affect you negatively in the future, even if this person loves you. All right. Just going to do a quick prayer. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Interesting. We do have an issue regarding communication. Wow. Forgiveness. After all that betrayal. Trying to say sorry. Okay. We have here, first card's the strongest. You are ready. As bad as it sounds, all of the things that you have gone through, it's been a lesson. And you are ready to tackle anything at this point that's going to move forward in your life, on your path. This is emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Emotionally, spiritually, and physically, you are ready to handle anything that comes to you. They are saying here in the far future, listen to your intuition, even starting right now. Listen to your intuition. This is your soul speaking to you, the body / the spirit. Your soul is much more older and wiser than you are, so do listen to it. It's been there, done that. There's going to be a sense of abundance. This is good. So that abundance, it may actually be, it could be coins, literally, money, but it could also be just abundance of love, of affection, realization of all that is good. Eventually, I'm seeing here two amazing cards. Peaceful resolution, and you have forgiveness. That is so good. Everything that has happened in this connection because of that betrayal, because of this person being so secretive, because of the belief-related issues, eventually, somehow, Gemini, with the Three of Cups I'm seeing, there is going to be a peaceful resolution. That's excellent. So certain things that have happened between the both of you, things are going to be a bit more calm. There's going to be a peaceful resolution, and the connection. For some of you, it can flourish if you want it to. For others of you, you may just wish to move on, and that's okay. We also have here, look for a sign. Some of you may be finding it difficult to even forgive this person, but here you will see some sort of signs and synchronicities, and things will start to make sense to you as time goes by. Don't go out searching for it. It will come to you, and you will know the meaning of it when it comes to you. Improving health. This is huge. Health is wealth. Health is happiness for us people. Please take care of your health. This card also shows me that in this connection, there may have been some red flags. Look for a sign that has affected your health. Red flags may have affected your health. The way this person's been treating you, it affected you. Now, when I say health, it's not just the body. This is the mind, body, spirit, and the soul being in alignment. Once something is off balance, we as people, we just get sick, or we don't feel well, right? There's something going on that's just off. You may be physically perfectly fine, but spiritually, something may be feeling different. There may be a different balance. So please do pay attention. If you feel that there's way too many red flags, just have a peaceful resolution, forgive this person, and literally just move on, because this person is not for you, because you don't want to be sick these many times, all right? Like I said, the sickness is not necessarily body related. It could be mind, body, spirit, and soul, right? We also have here communicate clearly. Now, because you're going to have that peaceful resolution, it also shows me that you will get the opportunity to actually speak to this individual and to communicate with them. So when you do communicate, the best method, the easiest method is to use the I method. Talk to this person. I believe, ... I think, ... I feel, ... right? Do that method, use that method, because if you use any other method, it may be a little bit more aggressive, and this person is very highly sensitive. They're finding it even difficult to reach out to you. So do what you need to do. Do not write paragraphs and pages. Do not do that. Keep it short and sweet. Remember what it is that you have to say or what you have to write. Only keep, I would say, 4 to 5 bullets maximum, points, right? And then under that, maybe 2 bullets each. That's just the way I'm explaining it. 1 sentence each. That's it. Keep it short and to the point, because if you write too much, people get lost in the details. They don't even understand why you wrote in the first place. They lose the actual meaning of it. So please be very concise. We also have here forgiveness, the overall arching theme. Like you had the Ace of Cups, there's that sense. This person has betrayed the hell out of you, right? And they want that sense of forgiveness. They want you to forgive them. Will you? Sometimes it's best just to move the heck on, honest to God. It's very difficult sometimes forgiving people. And if you feel that it has affected you this way, then just communicate clearly, have that peaceful resolution, and just move on. But for some of you, if you want to be in this connection, forgiveness is key. Okay? That sense of reconciliation is important. The easiest way to forgive somebody, and I've seen this and also in the Holy Bible, compassion, right? From Jesus, compassion. It's the easiest way to forgive somebody I have experienced in my life by understanding that, you know what, they just didn't know any better. They just didn't know any better. Had they known better, they wouldn't have acted and done the things that they did. They did it because that's what they thought was right at the time. The majority of the time I'm seeing 90, so 90%, I'm actually getting a percentage. 90% of the time, okay, these are like, I guess you can say spiritual facts, spiritual research. 90% of the time I'm seeing people that are in relationships or getting into a relationship are not in that relationship with malicious intent. They are not trying to get into that relationship to hurt you on purpose. It's just that your personality, their personality, your experiences, their experiences are so different, so vast, that it just unravels in that way. Sometimes it gets tangled up, right? So don't think that this person actually was there to truly hurt you on purpose. That is why they want forgiveness. That is why they're trying to give you love, even when they're not supposed to. They're trying to risk that chance to be with you. So some of you might have had enough. Enough is enough. And I understand that. That's perfectly fine. Your fate and destiny is still written for you. It will be somebody else. But for those of you that wish to stay with this person, yes, there is a chance. But forgiveness is key. Because if you don't forgive, it's more like a negative energy bubble that orbits around your head. And every time you think about this person, that grudge keeps coming up and you just, it just bothers you so much that this person has done such things to you. It hurts. The best thing to do, is to take a step back and realize that certain things are beyond us. We have a limited amount of power. Sometimes we are powerless. We are. And we just have to roll with the punches, guys. Not metaphorically speaking, but that is metaphorically speaking, sorry. So much has happened in this connection that some of you are just done. You don't even want to be in the connection anymore. This person is just too secretive. You're done. I'm seeing the word secretive. You can never trust them again, I'm hearing. You can never trust them again. So guys, there's two groups here, right? Some of you are just done and you want to move on, and that is perfectly okay. Think of your fate and destiny as a tree, right? You're the squirrel, and each branch is a different storyline. You just hop from one branch to the other, and God, as approved by God, celestial beings, the angels, they all help create and write these stories that we have. And we, as souls, before we come to planet Earth, we actually decide which ones we want. But sometimes on planet Earth, we have issues, and we do have to change all of that. But the good thing is that we already have other stories, other potentials. So don't worry if you want to move on in the coming year. It's time for you to take a step back. It's time for you to take care of yourself. Focus on yourself and move forward. I personally would say that if you find this person is way too sneaky and they are still doing things behind the scenes, it's probably best to try to limit yourself from this individual, try to move on from this person. This is just my personal opinion because of the amount of cards that I'm seeing where, it talks a lot about how it's just me for this person. You want to be in a relationship where you can go outside and have fun with the rest of the world. You don't want to, have certain festivals and holidays on your own. You don't want to be alone. They may be in a third party, right? Whatever sort of situation this is, I see a lot of secrets here. And it's very important for you to not be in a relationship where there's a whole lot of secrets. This is me as a person saying this to you, right? So think about it. If you think it's worth it, go ahead. Don't lose the opportunity of being with this person. Communicate clearly and accept it the way this person is trying to ask for forgiveness. But the majority of you, I would say, because there's so much secrecy here and trickster behavior, it's going to be very difficult for this person to change into something that they are not. Because remember, there's the beliefs, right? It's huge. There's a little bit of a bonus. Yes. So, I have here Archangel, these are Archangel therapy cards, yes, by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to be pulling out just one card for you. Let's have a look what we can focus on. Okay. Yupper. Whoa. Vacuum away fear. Interesting. And mediumship. Here we have vacuum away fear. Call upon Archangels Michael and Raphael to lift fear-based energy from you, from your surroundings, and the situation, as well as everyone involved. So the fear may be, how do I move on without this person, right? Or how do I reach out to this person? How do I forgive this person? The fear can come from many angles, many scenarios. I'm seeing the word, there's many scenarios. Scenarios is what I'm seeing. So, yes, what I can see is there is fear here, and there's hesitation. But know that you are not alone. And when you call upon the angels, we do not pray to the angels, okay? We call upon them, you can say through the power of Christ or through the power of the Almighty God, okay? Because these are the employees. They work for the managers. Here we also have mediumship, very interesting card. You have a natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. Now, this is a little bit of a, I can't say a sketchy card. The card itself is not sketchy. I used to get this a lot, and I didn't even know that that is something that I could do, but I am able to do that. I just choose not to. In your heart, in your mind, anybody that you have ever had a connection with who has passed on, in your heart and in your mind, you can connect and talk to them. Try to avoid speaking out loud, because if there's any negative energy that's passing by, like a jinn, demon, evil spirit, they can actually pose as that departed loved one and start talking to you and give you messages, this, that, and the other. So try to just keep it on the inside. Do a prayer, make a prayer through the power of Jesus, through the power of the Almighty, through that connection. Then you focus on your departed loved one, okay? That's the way. That's the easiest and the safest way to do it. Yeah, you don't want to be calling upon other negative energies that may be around you. So even when you're dealing with that kind of stuff, you have to be a little careful. But this does show me that you also have that natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. And sometimes what happens is maybe in a dream, you may get some type of a message from someone. You may even have the angels helping you in many sort of ways. Either way, the reason why one would be connecting is to get some type of information. So do be open to the idea, but as I mentioned to you, be careful when you do it, okay? And that is your reading. I'm also getting prompted to tell you, when you do ever try mediumship, always say, through the power of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, keep the Trinity, okay, in that way. And through that, you are connecting with these other departed loved ones. Although I would say just do it in your heart, quietly, do not speak it out loud. You don't want other energies to hear you, and then they start acting up, and then you think it's, Uncle Bob from back in the day. It's not Uncle Bob. That might just be a negative energy trying to use you and manipulate you in a certain way. Guys, I know that was deep. I have packages, if you want, on removing negative energies, actually. One is called the Holy Light package. One is also called the Chakra Checkup package. I would recommend for some of you to get the Chakra Checkup package. And with that, I give you a personalized reading. I have the ability of having a look at what's in your home, wherever you live, in terms of negative energies, what you have in terms of jinns, demons, evil spirits, in your home, around your aura, and inside of your body, which is your chakra centers. I teach you how to get rid of these things. And then you have a better balance, and the negative energies are poof, they're gone. Also, I have some availability for readings if you want on past lives, as well as love readings. Those are my express love readings. All right. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you guys again. Take care. Stay safe. Bye now.